it again. Have we ever read a book before?
I know.
Nora Roberts.
I've actually Nora Roberts.
Yeah, classic for me.
I think it's Courtney Milan you mentioned.
Yeah, Courtney Milan was one of my very first.
And I love Courtney Milan, and I think even because I read a lot of them when I was way younger than I should have been reading them, so I think Danielle Steele worked very highly in there.
Judy Blume, she did a whole bunch.
That's true, Judy Blume's a good one.
Some of those just classic romance novels that have like Fabio on the cover, that's
for authors with a huge backlist, like Lisa Kleypas, where once you get into it, you can just go and go and go and go.
Julia Quinn,
Julia Quinn, like you can just really go deep into it.
With our publicist right there, I'll say yes. We would love to do all of the Austin words.
Yes, excited for the third book.
Yes, and we'd love to stay in Austin's world as long as we can. I think it was not the anti-Jane Austen, but I tend to get very angry as a person. Can be brash and stand up for my friends in a way that sometimes comes across as bitchy. And I didn't really see that many romance novels about angry women who are allowed to be angry and loved because they're angry and they don't have to be changed. So that is the inspiration. And it's about divorce, it's about lawyers, it's about everything that's not romantic, which is why it's called How Freaking Romantic. So that's that book. I'm excited for it.
Sign me up.
It's really annoying that I can't just pick up the phone and talk to Audrey for 3 hours about nothing and then be like, all right, I'm gonna go right now. I think the best thing writing with someone is, and what you guys probably realize too, is there are certain moments where you're stuck and it's just you in your own head. It's just I have so many friends that only live in there that no one else knows. That's really weird, but I think with Audrey and I, we know them, so we can talk about it sometimes and work out issues.
It's just so easy. I feel like we've known each other for so long. We have a television background, so we worked together for 10 years before we started writing together. And so we kind of can read each other's minds. And when we're writing, we kind of have this thick skin, so we can say, that's not a good idea. That is a good idea. And we can kind of move on. And that's terrible. That's amazing. And come up with these and brainstorm together and just kind of have this fun way of putting words on a page.
I actually, for a long time I didn't. I was doing 6 to 8 books a year and just cruising along, and then I hit
6 to 8 books a year.
No. I write a book a month usually. My drafts are 3 weeks ish.
I'm so
but yeah, then I got a little tired, so I'm kind of in a little bit of a hiatus now. And you're like, oh, I want to
go on vacation.
I wonder what my hobby is.
A book a month seems
wild.
Wild. Are you just a very focused writer?
Well, yeah, and I should clarify, so it's the first draft is about 2 to 3 weeks, and then the editing process can take a little bit longer, but I tend to be
it's still amazing.
I think it was just, I don't know why my rhythm is I call myself a binge writer, I'll write 10,000 to 15,000 a day, and then I'll take a couple days off, and then I just finish it.
That's amazing.
So I make up, I live just a couple blocks from here, and it's not a romantic neighborhood. Don't know if you guys noticed. So I kind of, I honestly, I channel a lot of those old movies and almost that Breakfast at Tiffany's version of Manhattan that maybe never existed. So I think I put a fair amount of the fairy tale element into it that probably isn't really there. But I will say, I think there is a genuine romance just for the energy and the people, and most people that are in New York want to be in New York, and they kind of fight to be here. Yeah, I mean, it's such a cliche, it's for the energy really, and just the idea that you can run into people in a city of, I don't even know how many millions, billions live here. The book that nobody wants, I'm really into golf. And I want to write about a golfer, and it's the least, all my readers are please don't, football, baseball, hockey, anything, and I'm no, golf.
Your golf's at New York City?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, my husband does kind of Chelsea Piers. He's well, there's a driving range there. I'm that is not the same thing. Right. That's not what we're doing.
We've never had a Masters set golf
romance. It's set at the Masters.
Oh,
I want to read it.
You gotta read it.
I don't know.
Wow, feels just so surreal. Yeah, just utterly surreal. I'm a librarian also, and so there's this really just like extra special element of now having my own book be out in the world that it's just really fun. And I'm so grateful to romance writers for all of just like the creation that they give all of us and the joy, and so to be a part of that and to know that like somebody has my book out there and it's like helping them have a good day, it's just really an honor.
Have you shelved your own book at the library?
So I haven't. Okay.
Sorry,
This is like
my mind.
This is a humble brag. I
Yeah.
haven't shelved it because there are so many holds on it in my local system
Oh my
that
God,
it hasn't
okay.
actually been on the shelf. Like
You should
all
put
of
that on a
the-
t-shirt.
Are you gonna
Yes.
put-
All of them are
That's amazing.
circulating.
That's really amazing.
I have like seen it on the hold shelf. I haven't gotten to check it into anyone, but the first time that it came through our library to go on hold for someone was like, "Sarah, it's your book," and so I got to like take a picture,
That's so
and
cool.
I got to be the one that like scanned it, so it was like beep.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that's
moment.
been it's really cool. Yeah. I really love nerdy stuff, and so I love getting to really show, to me, I guess it's funny, but everyone's like, why birding? I'm like, why not? Like, it's so sexy, right? I mean, it's about paying attention, right? And so that is like,
That's good.
that is sexy, right? It's I'm like a man who slows down and pays attention, like, that's romance to me. So yeah, it's just been really fun to get to show that to people. I feel like I have this like really exciting thing happening with this book where there's people that love birdwatching who are reading it and thinking about trying more romance books, and there's romance readers who are reading it and they're like, I might try birding. Do I care about birding? And so that has been really exciting to get to sort of like be an entryway for both of those groups of people.
Are you working on your next book?
I am working on my next book. Yeah, and it is also a nature nerdy hobby. It includes beekeeping. So the birds and the bees. Yeah.
That'll take it.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, but that's been really fun. I've been to do a lot of research for that, which is like a real perk of the job.
The honey aspect is really
Yeah, it is a lot. And bees just give us like so many metaphors. I mean, bees are incredible. So.
Acts of service. I've thought
Text
about
my
this.
husband.
I've thought about this. I tell you,
Right?
my husband and I have thought
That's how
about
we
this.
show
It's
love?
acts of service. I'm like, oh, you're emptying the dishwasher. I love you. Like that's. I'm like, that's so sweet. Thank you. Acts of service.
That's a tip. Is one of them when I'm being a bitch, she just gives me a hug?
Yep.
That's the love language,
That's
because
it.
that's mine. I can just be
That's
very
it.
overstimulated and be very awful, and my husband just kind of gives me a hug and then leaves it. I'm like,
You're
thank you,
amazing.
that's all I needed. Yes.
I want all of them.
Yeah, I know, that's true.
I want all
do shit
of
for
them.
me.
But I
Yes.
definitely I'm a words of affirmation kind of person. Yeah. I want you to like ask me how my day was and stuff.
Is there one that's like, leave me alone?
Yeah.
That's acts of service, and the service is
Leave me
like,
the hell
I
alone.
can't miss you until you leave.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm doing myself right now, so please don't divorce me.
Yeah, I like that one.
How do we know
Like in real
Oh
life.
my God, I can't look up.
I swoon for like a good brain. So like you be an expert on something. Like I don't care what it is. Like it can be about geology. It could be fixing a car. It's just like competence is
I think it's witty banter. Like if I see someone deliver like a really, really good comeback, that's it. That's it for me.
That was a good one. I actually think that the ability to kind of intellectually like make me like laugh or make me think about something, and it just it comes about me as an equal, I guess, in a way. That's I find that really hot.
Competence, like oh, you have your shit together.
Yeah.
And it's all like a sweater and like those like winter. And
Wait, do we get to
like,
pick outfits?
and like they want to like ski, but we're like inside having hot chocolate like that.
Oh my God!
Makes me
After
so
it's
sad.
over,
Yes,
am I
like
ready to go back? Somebody's like, yeah, going out. He's gonna have a tank top. No, we're
Yeah,
gonna unpack that
I'm like
later.
that
'cause I wanna know-
winter
yes.
sweater look guy.
We're unpacking that later.
Like, yes,
Because I
I
can do
know.
something. Okay.
That's
Sorry.
our winter outfit.
Okay, sorry.